Ladies and gentlemen, this is Prizers TV. I say this is Prizers TV, and as you can see, we are actually located at the Holy Ghost Bus Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 as well, because there are some changes that have occurred inside and outside the terminal, and we believe that it is good to show you these changes because they are all mind-blowing, and also to tell you the reason the terminal has not been opened for now, but it is a good reason. And you are going to love the reason why the bosses have not started using the terminal, because it is a very nice development. Okay, so right now we are located outside the terminal 2, and what we are seeing is actually the outside. You can see the garden, the vegetation has grown a lot, and the the outside looks amazing. If you check here, there is something here. I don't know what this is. It's like a hand, but a very nice design inside the garden, and it looks amazing, although that is not the reason we are here. Well, let's go to the straight point. So why we are here, because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I want to do my video and I'm finished, because no time to be wasted. You know, time is money. I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so the reason we are here is that there are some changes that has occurred in Holy Ghost Bus Terminal in Enugu State, and those changes are very, very important to happen, and they have happened, and I love them. So number one is that when the terminal was finished, or we are finished, the two terminals, they used to look like this. This is exactly how they used to look. This is the image that actually trend on TikToks and Facebook and so on and so forth. But all of a sudden, governor say, you know what, that there should be a change now, because once the place is launched, to make any change will be very difficult, because this place is actually going to be one of the busiest places in Enugu State. Therefore, it is better he do everything as he wanted to do it. Now, he came up with a change, which is changing of the font. Font, I mean, is the way this Holy Ghost Bus Terminal is written. Formerly, it was not written with red. You can see it here. Formerly, it was written with white, but the governor decided that to make it look more happier, and I love it, and you know, to make it look more like a bus terminal, that it is better, he changed the font, which is the letters. This type of letter is known as 3D, 2D, or 3D. This type of letters are known as, I think it's 3D. Okay, and the former one also is 3D, but this one is much more, you know, will I say, beautiful. I would choose this than the ones that it used to have, which is this one. This one, it used to be like this, Holy Ghost Bus Terminal. Today, it is normal like this. Right now, if you go to the bus terminal, what you will see is this. Now, this is one of the first reasons. Now, another reason is, if we go to the old terminal, not the old one, they are all the terminal anyway. If you go to the first, that is how the building used to look in the past. This is how it is. But now, governor has changed the roofing. Just focus on the roofing to be like this. Now, we are going to tell you the reason why this thing is like this as we proceed, because there is one important reason why you see this line, this line, this line, this line. Now, but we're not going to tell you now, because we are going to enter inside, and from the inside we will be viewing these lines you see here, and then you will know the reason why governor did it. Now, this is another reason. Then the biggest reason so far is this one. I do not know if governor, during the time the architect drew the plan for him, whether there was an avenue made for electric escalator or not. But right now, this thing is happening live inside. They are changing the escalators. Now, instead of steps or ordinary escalator as we call it, now it is having electric escalator. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. This is beautiful. This one is one of the things I like best here. They have escalator for going up and for coming down. If you take the right side, you come down. There is another one opposite this one that is for going up. That is very, very amazing. Now, another reason is this. Because governor doesn't want to open this terminal without it being completely finished. Do you see what's happened here? Now, this is the pedestrian bridge that connects both the Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. And this pedestrian bridge is so important that it is like this. The reason is that if there is a rainfall within the area, this is this pedestrian bridge. This pedestrian bridge, that is exactly what we are seeing. If there is a rainfall that you want to connect from the Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, you don't have to bother, because everywhere is protected. Right now, this bridge looks like this. Wow! This is what international standard is all about. And I love it. Now, another development that governor is changing is this one. Now, let's go back to the old one. Not old one, but the first image of the bus terminal. When we look at it, you find that here is empty. Nothing is here. Here is just empty like that. Nothing. Okay? But right now, is it still like that? No. See what they added. There is a cover here, which I don't know why it is there. And it helped to make it beautiful. And you see these places, you see here, each one of these pillars has its own step escalator. There is this thing here, and there is this escalator there, escalator there, escalator there, escalator there. If there are 7 pillars here, there are 7 escalators. Wow! This man really spent money here. Now, and if we go here, we will see the escalator much better, meaning that you may buy tickets from down, take electric escalator, which is this one, go up, and then take either the pedestrian bridge or descend with the manual escalator, because that escalator is actually going down to the bus stop direct. If you don't want to go outside, you can actually move from inside to inside, and you will not see any rain can never beat you when there is a rainfall. Now, let's go back to what I said earlier. What I said earlier is about these lines, that there are reasons that governor put the lines. But before then, let me make another shocking, let me reveal another shocking development, shocking positively. If I zoom here, you will see that there is a design that looks like a wave, or it is in a zigzag form. This is here. It is here, outside here. How was it looking like 4 months ago? This is how it is. This place was an open space. You see all these places that you see pillar here? They were all open spaces. But how are they looking like today? Well, governor has thought that everywhere should be protected, whether you are taking buses or you are not taking buses, that you just want to rest outside, rain can never beat you. Therefore, the place has been covered with this blue roofing system. And where are the blue roofing system? That is what we are seeing here. This is a very, very nice development. And what we were looking at the other time, which I say, I don't know if this thing is a palm or, but it is like something sculpture within the roundabout, but this one is in the garden. Now, you have seen the reason, and the inside of this Holy Ghost bus terminal is mind-blowing. I have never seen any terminal I like as this bus terminal. Believe me, many people would like to work here for free because of how beautiful this place looks. Actually, I don't know who is advising Petamba when it comes to construction and building and so on and so forth, but whoever that is advising this guy knows his job. Whether it's his architect, I don't know. But whoever that is advising him knows about painting and sketching, also about modern building. Because everything this man has been doing are coming out to be first class. And why did I say so? I say this because apart from this bus terminal looking unique and beautiful, to the extent that Abuja has to copy it, there is another building that Peter Mba did that whenever I look at that building, I become astonished. And that building is this house. Have you seen this type of house in Africa before? Look at. This is digital office in Enugu State. It is situated along Port Harcourt Road and very close to Elim Estate. This building is very, very beautiful. This is where the youth will be learning about technology, the modern technology and so on and so forth. Look at the design that the Enugu State architect produced, and the governor happened to finish it exactly, and even much better than, I don't know if the prototype would have been as beautiful as this. How can I get the prototype of this building? Because this building marvels me. Look at it. This is so beautiful. Wow. Man, and because the reason I say this is that this guy, who is the governor now, surprised the entire Nigeria. Nigeria has never seen this type of bus terminal. They've never seen it. To the extent that Wike has to come and copy it. He's now replicating it in Abuja, this bus terminal. And they could not even get it exactly as this. Because this type of modern architecture is that once you want to copy it 100%. Don't copy and add one thing and remove. No, 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 no. Once you remove two things, everything is destroyed. So whoever that is managing Enugu State, what I say, building or the development, like in infrastructure, but especially in house building, that person should be respected and has to be voted in again, or be not voted in, but to be employed again after Petamba, because people like that are making great impacts when it comes to development. There are some people who have money to develop their state, but they don't know the right design to come up with. Look at this. Although this one was not designed by him, but it was finished by him. This is amazing. It's unbelievable. When I look at what is happening in Enugu State, I get marveled. Because for you to have taste, to do these things you see like this correctly the way it is, man, it means that you have an idea about public building. Because building individual houses is different from public building. Public building looks different. And how you will know it is, like Imo State don't know about public building. No. Uzodima built conference center. Look at the conference center Uzodima built. I don't know which artist or which architect that drew that one. But I'm not here talking about Uzodima anyway, but and that conference center he built there would have cost a lot of money. But no, it doesn't look like that because the design is off. That is not a public building design. You understand? This is what public building design, how it looks like. See it. Exactly. When you pass here, you know that this place is not a residential home. The design alone will make you to understand that people don't live here. You will just know that it's a public house. This is marvelous. And the look, also the inside, everything is designed in order to elevate Enugu State. I mean, touristically. This is beautiful. Well, we have come to show you the reason why this place has not been opened, and it is for the good. I love it. I love it. May he do it as he wants, so that when it is opened, nobody will have any complaint. Now, there is one thing that I promise you I will tell you about that I almost forgot. So in the beginning of this video, I talked about this. Now this line you see here is one of the reasons why governor has not opened this place. And how do we know, and what effect, and what is this? Well, this cannot work for solar system, but the main reason of it is what we are going to see here. Now, we are inside where they are fitting the electric escalator, but let's view upper side. Upper side here, we can see somebody here. I don't know whether that person is a worker or whoever, but when we zoom here, you will see that there is a light coming into the building. Where is this light coming from? Well, what you are seeing here is glass. Therefore, if you are inside this building, then the light from the outside will be penetrating through this as if you are outside. Even if light is not turned on, the sunlight is enough to illuminate the interior of this building. And that is exactly what you are seeing where they are fitting the escalator. Meaning that if I go here, I don't see any light turned on here. There is no light turned on anywhere. The only light these people are receiving are from the windows, doors, because they are all glass, but the major one comes from above. See it here. Wow! So whether you are inside or outside, you have enough light. Even when if there is no light, in case there is no light, that something happened to light. And if we check here, air condition has arrived. And I don't know how many there are, but if you check by the side of this man wearing yellow, you will find out that at his back is an air condition. I cannot get it correctly, but let me come. It's an air condition box. This is an air condition, very close to this man by the right. So the governor is making sure that there is no heat, there will be no heat here. Everything is working. Even if you are handicapped, you can enter here, climb this step, and so on and so forth. And this is marvelous. If you are also transferring from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, you can use this pedestrian bridge and do so without rain touching you if there is a rainfall. If you are tired of using manual escalator, then you can wait for this electric one where you just climb and it will drop you up and down. This is marvelous. This is marvelous. Development has arrived in Enugu State, and governor has to be thanked a lot. Wow, this is beautiful. Well, all these changes that have occurred is what I came here to show you, and they are very beautiful. They are very beautiful, and I love how they look. And this is the look of the area now. It changes the environment and the outskirts of this place. Everywhere now looks beautiful. This place used to be one of the dirtiest places in Enugu State because here used to be congested and so on and so forth. Very soon, everywhere will be as clean as clay and everybody will be happy using it. Now, that is something I want to show you before I go off. This is for the people who have not seen how the pedestrian bridge actually look. This is the pedestrian bridge we are talking about. You see it? It is now being covered. That is what it is. Okay, you take the pedestrian bridge, it takes you directly to the inside of this building. It is from here that you will climb. Here, you are climbing with electric escalator as well. Beautiful, beautiful. And the other two steps, one for the climbing and the other one go inside the house. Man, this man is really doing a very nice job. He's doing a very nice job. And that is marvelous. Well, I don't want to make the video too long, which I have already made it because I had a lot of things to explain, you know. But in a very near future, I mean in weeks, all these buses you see packed here will be right inside this terminal. And from there, it will be carrying people from here to different places in Enugu State. And then we will thank Governor and we'll always remember him in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years as the governor who actually modernized the transport system in Enugu State. Formerly, there was a bus like this in Enugu State, but the governor who brought it did not plan it very well. And that was the reason it failed. This new governor, who is Peter Mba, knows what he's doing. For you to buy new buses is not a problem. But where is the avenue you provide for the buses? Where are the roads? Where are the bus stops? Or do you want these buses to be dragging bus stops with Ikeke? Dragging small road with Molue? No. Then that is the reason governor started with building the bus terminals, building the bus stops, expanding the road, and then, boom, buses. I've heard people who say that many states have tried to change their transport system, but it didn't work. It did not work because they did not do it properly. This is the guy that made business. These buses have parked here for over a month or 2 months. I know the first time this bus came up, it was just a little bit after Christmas. But they are parked here, waiting for the time. But other governors who used to bring buses, they would just go and buy 200 pieces of buses or 100 or 50 and say, tomorrow it will start working. No provision made for that. How is he going to, why is he not going to fail? Even in Europe, this is how things are done. Everything goes line by line. We don't want farm work again. Just go to China, bring buses, and tomorrow everybody starts driving buses. You are actually causing more traffic jams if you do it that way. And this is the reason when I look at this governor, I say, this governor is a smart governor because all the decisions he has been taking mean that he calculates a lot before he does something. He never did anything without planning for the future. Now these buses, they have spaces. They have spaces where they will park, also spaces where they can discharge passengers and they also pick passengers. Now they have their own bus terminal. And this is the reason I praise this man a lot. I can remember that Oshomole of Edo State also did the same thing in the past, where he went and bought 120 buses, released it the next day. Everybody at work. You will cause more traffic jams. This type of buses need space, beautiful space. You have to create spaces for the buses before purchasing the buses. Otherwise, if you buy 120 or even 50, even 30, you put it on Enugu Road, where are they going to park? Where are they going to discharge passengers? Wow. This is one of the reasons I say this governor should stay for at least 15 tenors. I mean it, you know. If it's not because of politics, why is it that somebody who is good will come and everybody knows that he's good, but must go within 4 years, or 8 years? It doesn't make sense. And this is the reason some countries that have kings are somehow progressing more. Especially if you have a good king. The king who loves his people. How I wish Peter Mba is a king. Within 10 years, if you come to Enugu State, you will not believe what you would see. Because see the result of 2 years. Multiply this success by 5, which is 10 years I said earlier. Enugu will turn to London. Although we don't complain because he still have 6 years to go. I'm quite sure he's going to win the next election. And projects he has at hand all will be completed and the new ones will come. Next to 10 years, come and see how Enugu State is going to look. Believe me. Or the next 6 years when he will go out from office. But this foundation he has already laid. I know the next governor, when they come in the next 6 years, that governor also will follow up from what Peter Mbah had already done. The person will not come to be doing a mediocre job. Because Peter Mbah has already set the pace. Okay, see what I told you? This is air condition. Air condition. Everywhere. Well, let me stop here because I don't need to talk much, but you have seen how everything is going good in Enugu State. I know many people will be jealous in Enugu State, especially about this bus terminal. This bus terminal that somehow looks like airport terminal. You know, this is the Enugu State airport terminal, the new airport terminal anyway, and this is the bus terminal. That is beautiful. That you come from airport and the bus take you from the airport, which is you land in airport here. And the bus will have to take you to the bus terminal. Bus drive you from the airport to this bus terminal. This bus terminal, from this bus terminal, then you bus to your village. With modern bus, or with a modern bus. Is that not development? Because the buses you will be using then will be like this, or like this. That is beautiful. You can never travel to Enugu State in the next 5 years and come back and say, I went to one village or I went to one small state. No. If you are coming from Lagos, you bought Enugu A. It drops you in at this airport. You came down here. You bought a bus looking like this. It drove you to here. And from here, maybe if you are a student and you are going to maybe Osaka, this bus again, different one, but the same type, again, will carry you with this type of bus service to Osaka New Terminal as well, which is the university. From then, you take small bus and enter university. This is what development is all about. You see how everything worked? Put the airport, the new terminal, the bus terminals, the buses, terminals at Nsukka and other places, Banagariki and so on and so forth. They are all going to be mind-blowing when Peter Mbah open this bus terminal. Because then you will see how everything is going to match up. If you are coming from Lagos and you are going to somewhere, you will not see any rubbish on the street. I know what is going to happen. As Peter Mbah is also repairing road and constructing new ones, expanding road, dualizing all the road and so on and so forth. If you visit Enugu State in the next 6 years, you will not believe what you are going to see. But the only thing I know is that population also is going to increase a lot. Because in the last 3 years, population have increased a lot in Enugu State. Even there are traffic jams in some places. But that is good because that is what governor wanted. He wanted population, he wanted tourism and development. And that is what he has. Thank you very much for watching. This is Prizers TV.